This is a short demonstration of how to make a story using the Comophone app. To get going, you need to have first downloaded the app from the Google Play Store onto your tablet or smartphone, and then you launch the app by touching its icon on the desktop. Once inside the app, you'll see one story at the top of the screen telling you how to get going. But to start a new story, you touch the plus button at the bottom right of the screen. This puts you into the first frame of the new story, in which you'll see 3 blocks of colour for image, text and sound. If we start with image on this frame, touch on the image icon and that will cue a camera for you to take a photo. Once the image icon is clicked, you'll see a viewfinder onto the scene in front of you, and you can take a photo by touching bottom right on the camera icon. You can also find resident photos on the device itself by touching the other sort of mountain scene icon on the bottom left. You then see the photo that was taken and can either delete the photo by clicking at the bottom of the screen on the trash can icon, or you can accept it by clicking Done on the top right. This takes you back to the frame screen and the 3 blocks of colour again, where you can now add a sound. Clicking on the sound icon takes you to this screen, where you can either press the record button to record a sound live now, or you can click the musical note symbol on the bottom right to access the library of sounds on this device. In this case I press record, so it's recording now, and it gives you a pause or stop icon on the right here for when you've finished. The sound is then previewed a bit like the image and will play through automatically until you stop it, and you basically tell it whether you want to keep that sound by pressing Done or delete it by pressing the trash can icon at the bottom. Then you can start again. Here I accepted the sound, so it's taken me back to the frame screen again, where I can add text as the final element to this frame. Pressing the text icon brings up an on-screen keyboard, which you can use to type in text into the field at the top. When you're finished, just press Done, or if you want to delete the whole thing, press the trash can icon. You should now have image, sound and text elements for this frame, and if you press Done it will take you back to the top level of the story. This shows that you started a new story with one frame labelled text, and you can add another frame now by clicking the plus symbol to its right. Now you have all the same choices on the second frame for adding image, sound or text. Here I'm just going to add a photo so you can see that there are 2 frames to this story. Adding the photo and saying Done to that frame gives you a second frame with a photo only, which you can see added to the line at the top here. You then play the story by holding your finger down on the first frame. The story plays full screen with some multimedia controls at the bottom, so you can stop it or even skip ahead to future frames. When the story is paused or finished, you can touch on an icon for sharing the story at the bottom right. You're then asked to choose between 3 different formats for the film, if you like, either as a movie, a web page, or a special format called Smile, which can be sent to other devices with a Comophone. It's most common to select video format, which I've done here, and this gives me another set of options for where to send that video to. You can save it on a folder on the device itself, Bluetooth it to another device, email it, send it to YouTube and so on, and you select one of these options here. Here I chose to save the video into a folder on this device, and it's given me the chance to give it a name now. At the top level again, you can add a new story by pressing the plus button at the bottom right, or you can edit any of the existing stories by deleting frames, adding frames, or changing the elements on individual frames. Once you've finished with the application, you just press back on your device and it will take you to the desktop.